Hi, I'm Callum from Tyne Valley Motorhomes, and this is the handover of the Adria Matrix Plus 600 DT. So if we start, we'll walk around. Starting on the driver's side of the vehicle, the first point you get to is this locker here. So using your habitation key, which is this one here, which has got the Adria logo on the back, it'll open all your external lockers. Twisting the handle, it'll release the door. And in here you do have your mains connection point. So this is where you took the vehicle up with mains power if you were on site or you were charging the vehicle at home. Lifting the collar and sliding the hooker bleed on there. Hook the motorhome up first, then the power source, and do it in reverse when unhooking the vehicle. And if you just put your cable into the groove here, one of two, and then you can shut the door with the cable inside the vehicle. You've got your external 12 volt source at the top and two twin USBs at the bottom, as well as a satellite point and a TV point here, so you can connect to a site's aerial or satellite system if you are struggling to get a signal with your own TV aerial. You've got your awning, which is a Thule Omnistar awning, your two fridge vents and your awning light. Pinch in here, you've got your cassette loo. So as long as the blade on the bottom bowl of the toilet inside is closed, you'll be able to lift and slide the cassette free of the vehicle. You can either carry it to your waste disposal point, or you can use the handle. So you can use the handle and you can drag it to your waste disposal point, which is normally beside your toilet block. And then to empty, you just simply remove the cap, and then press the button at the back, which is this orange button here. Allows a bit of air in, stops it glugging, and it'll all flow consistently out the cassette. Then once you've emptied it, there's normally a tap, so if you put some water in via the spout, which is this orange pipe here, put the cover back on, give it a rinse, and then tip out again. Then if you're using the green or the blue chemical, this is 120 milliliters, this cap, a full cap of chemical into the cassette, and it's good to go back into the vehicle. If you are using a tablet form of chemical in the cellophane sachets, what you can do is you can put a pint of water in before you put the cassette back into the van, or you can push it in completely dry, open the toilet and flush a pint of water, followed by a tablet of your choice of either the blue or the green, and it will only be one tablet per change of cassette, or 120 milliliters of the chemical. In the back here you've got your garage area, so it is heated via the heating system. You've got a 10 amp 12 volt point and a 230 plug. You've got your tool kit, so it has a jack and a brace and a torn eye in here. You've got your awning winding handle, and you've got your carb mat and your habitation carpets. You'll notice you've got these lugs here, so these are tethering points, so the eyelets you can move front along the rails, and then you can tie your various items that you have in the garage down. And then pressing the end here, when the power's on inside, you'll be able to turn your lights on and off in your garage. Come to the back of the vehicle, you've got your high level brake light and your bullet style reverse camera. If you were to put a bike rack on the back, when this vehicle was built, the back panel was strengthened to take a bike rack on here. So you've got two fixings for a bike rack. And then at the bottom, you'll notice 4 sensors. So you've got your parking sensors on the bottom. Same door into the garage, which I've already shown you, but this is the bigger door on the passenger side. Got a little bit of storage in here. Don't get this mistaken for the cassette. The cassette's on the driver's side. It is the same locker though, but this is just storage, so you can utilize a little bit of storage there for your hooker blade, your leveling ramps, your boots, whatever you want you can put in there. And then you do have the flue for your Truma boiler. So normally where the flue is located on the outside, directly behind it on the inside of the vehicle is the location of the boiler. So if you look where your flue is, you'll easily find your boiler. We've got a 12 volt source here for a pump, which is a whale submersible pump. So there's 2 pins there. You take this plastic cover off and you can put the pins in. So that's if you can't get the vehicle to a hose pipe, you can bring water in buckets or aqua rolls or containers and use the pump to pump it into the vehicle. And directly next to it you have your fresh water intake. So normally what you would do is you would just get a hose pipe, put a hose pipe in there, wait until it overflows, or you can check on the main control panel inside, which I'll go through in a second, how much fresh water you have on board. If you couldn't get a hose pipe to the vehicle, like I was saying about the pump, so plug the 12 volt in there, put the other end in there, and then put the pump into the water. It'll soon suck the water out of the bucket or container into the vehicle. So you normally use that if you're wild camping, but mainly a lot of people with motorhomes carry a hose pipe and some hose pipe connections to fill the fresh water up when they arrive on site. Or if you are going wild camping, you would take a full tank of water with you. LPG, so normally on the vans, this vehicle has been spec'd to a customer's requirements, so we have added a gas flow system onto it, but normally it would just have 2 propane bottles on board, which you would have to supply yourselves. But the gas flow is a refillable bottle, so you've got 2 bottles. You've got the bigger bottle being the 11 and the smaller bottle being the 6, and you can see these are both full, and you turn the bottle on and off via the yellow stoppers on the end. And then you've got a changeover valve, so you can, there's a little diamond on the side that's pointing to this bottle, and you can change it to that bottle should one bottle become empty. But on a gas flow system, they drain together and then they fill together. But if you were wanting to refill it, so from empty, I've just been to fill this up and it cost £28 to fill. But your filler point's here and it's a bayonet fitting, and you just use the filler, push it on, twist the nozzle on the front of the filler and pull the trigger back, and then you would press the button on the digital display on the pump until it stopped filling. At the passenger door you've got your diesel, which it opens with the main fade key, and because it's a new style diesel engine, it does take the AdBlue system. So you've got AdBlue, which is a 19 litre tank. It'll come on between the temperature and the fuel gauge when it requires AdBlue. If you just top it up as soon as you can do so, otherwise if you let it drain down, it'll go down a countdown of miles. If it got really low, the vehicle just would fail to start. But you can buy AdBlue on the pump, which is cheaper than in the containers, or you can carry a drum of AdBlue with you and you can top it up. Got your tyre pressures here, so 79.5 psi front and back. Engine battery lives underneath the carb floor, and your bonnet releases on the side of the passenger dashboard. But you do have a fix and go kit in the passenger door. All your fluids to the left hand side, so you've got your screen wash, then you can lift this off and you've got your power steering fluid, your radiator coolant and your brake